What's up, YouTube? Yolk Gang, welcome back to the channel. I don't know whether to call this Yolk's Kitchen or Cooking with Yolk. But today we are frying some ribs. We're gonna make some, not macaroni salad, we're making potato salad and baked beans. My way. So stick around, let me finish prepping, and we'll be right back. Alright, so the star of the show today is the ribs. I don't care what kind of ribs you use. You just make sure you clean it. You remove the silver, the excess fat, and you wash them well. We have onion, bell pepper, celery. For our potato salad, we are going to use country style baked beans. We have all-purpose flour for frying. I fry with all-purpose flour, not self-rising flour. Any type of barbecue sauce you choose is fine. We're going to have dark brown sugar for our baked beans, black pepper, onion powder, Lawry seasoning, salt to salt the water for the potatoes, tenderizer, very important for the ribs, and garlic powder and paprika. So, first things first, make sure you wash the ribs. I am going to wash it with some white vinegar and salt. Let me take care of this, and we will be right back. All right, we have salt and vinegar in this water. As you can see, the vinegar is already turning the meat kind of pale, which is fine. This is going to be washed and rinsed off. Okay, so I've rinsed the ribs off about 3 or 4 times. I'm just going to rinse my my big bowl here out so that I can season my ribs in here all in one. Okay, after you wash your meat, your ribs, you are going to take a dry paper towel and you're going to pat them dry just to remove the excess water from it. Now, the style of ribs, you can use whatever ribs it is that you can find. You just make sure that you clean them up well so that when you fry them, you're not eating a bunch of fat and stuff. All right, so this is how it'll look. The vinegar did cause it to come a little pale, which is fine. That's how you know that it's clean. All right, for the potatoes, I just have to add some salt to it. So don't go far, we'll be right back. Okay, so very important. When you're boiling for your potatoes, for your potato salad, make sure your water is salted. To this pot, I have salted water with Idaho golden potatoes, and I have 6 eggs. I have pre-washed my eggs, and I'm going to add it to the boiling potato water so that everything can be done at the same time. All right, we're going to give this just a little push. Water and grease don't go together. Got a little bit of water in there, and she is making noise. Okay, so I don't know if I said this already. I've preheated my oil to temperature so that we can go ahead and get started with seasoning the ribs and not waste any time and put them right in the grease. All right, so give me a second. We'll be right back and we'll do that. Okay, so here is our pat dried ribs, and I am going to add some garlic powder. As much or as little that you like. Season it to your tasting. Some onion powder. Some good old Lawry seasoning. We ain't gonna go too overboard with this because we're gonna put some tenderizer on it too. And tenderizer has pretty high sodium content. All right, meat tenderizer. Some black ground pepper. And some paprika. Smoked, regular paprika, whatever it is that you like, is fine. Okay, now I'm going to massage this. I'm going to take this off. And we are going to rub this in very nicely. Okay, see when the meat is kind of dry, it sticks to it a lot better. We got some pieces here that's lacking a little bit of seasoning. Let's see if we can get it to share. All right, make sure that you coat your meat nicely. And again, the meat is at room temperature. You do not want to fry anything cold. It will make it tough. Okay, get the seasoning off the sides. Okay. All right, so let me wash my hands, because in the same bowl, I am going to put my flour and dust it off, and we'll add it to the grease. Okay, so we have the all-purpose flour, no self-rising flour. Treat this just like you're going to treat your fried chicken. All right, so I'm just going to throw the flour in here. Minimize mess. And we're just going to toss it around. Coat all your pieces evenly. I guess if you wanted to make like a wet dry batter, you can. You could have, but I've never tried it that way. All right, so got this here. All right, make sure everything is coated. I'm just gonna add it to the plate. Settle to the bottom of your pot and it's gonna burn, and you don't want that. Okay, so that's how they should look. And you are going to continue this until you have everybody nicely coated. See, like that flap right there? Make sure you get that in there. Let's put this on here. Again, it doesn't matter what style ribs it is that you use. You can use whatever it is that you like. So how are you guys doing today? I am doing fine. Where are you watching from? If you just now joining, we're making fried ribs, potato salad, and baked beans. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up for me. I see you guys like to eat just as much as I like to eat. So we can do it. Y'all can meet me in the kitchen anytime, because I love to cook and I love to eat. Okay. So, very simple. Very, very simple. If you wanted to put your flour in a bag and toss your ribs in the bag, either way it goes. Tomato, tomato, same thing. Okay, so let me wrap this up. Our grease is hot, and when we come back, we'll go ahead and add it to the grease. Don't go far. Okay, so here are our ribs. We're going to do a quick grease check. If you didn't know, take a pinch of flour. You're going to add it to the grease. If it floats, it is hot. If it sinks, it's not hot enough. Okay, so here we are. And we are going to add our ribs to this hot grease. Now, how long is it going to take? How do you know when it's done? Now, when they are golden brown, you will know that they're done. A little bit. All right. So while we're waiting on this, we are going to turn that heat down a little bit. We are going to start working on our base for our potato salad and our baked beans. Let me move some things around and we'll be right back. All right, look at that. No, they're not done, but they are already looking so good. Now, what I am going to use to drain this off, I'm going to use a cooling rack and a regular cookie sheet because I don't want the bottom of it to get soggy. So this is what I'm going to use. And it's going to allow the ribs to pretty much drip the excess oil onto the napkin without getting the bottom side of it soggy. Gold. Alright, let's give this a little stir here. We don't have a boil quite as yet because that eye back there is a little small. Okay, so we're going to use this eye right here. I'm going to have to wait till that finishes because I'm going to need the full eye and the pot is, well, no. We improvise on this channel. And that's just what we're going to do. We're going to make it work. Okay, so I'm going to give y'all my little secret. I don't share this with many people, but I'm sharing it with y'all on how it is that I make my potato salad and my baked beans. Now, first things first, I use onion, bell pepper, and celery. Secondly, I cook my, well, I don't cook them soft. I saute them to release the extra goodness out of the vegetables before I add them to my potato salad. So we got our frying pan here. Got a little, we're not going to have too much heat on this one here, but it's not a big deal. We just frying up those vegetables really quick. Alright, so as I said, we have our celery, bell pepper, and onion that I am going to add to this pan here. I can't even push that back anymore. That's alright. We're going to make it work. But let's give these a little flip here and see how these look. It's probably been maybe 5 minutes. And they're looking very good. Treat it like you would treat a pork chop. If that would help you in trying to understand the cooking time on a rib. There's really not that much meat on a rib. Think about it. You have more bone than you have actually meat. So, yeah, rib cooking time. Alright, so to this pan, we're going to add some olive oil. Oh, this one's not open. One second. Refine it. Alright, our extra virgin olive oil. Just a bit. And here I'm not going to cook my vegetables for my baked beans in the same pan. Sorry. I'm going to do that separately because I don't want celery in my baked beans. So, I'm going to let this warm up just a little bit. If you're just joining, we are making fried ribs, potato salad, and baked beans. But in this frying pan here, we are going to put down some vegetables, which is celery. I think, let's see. Let's just go ahead and start adding that in there. See if I can make it without wasting it. Celery. Let me section it off so I got to share. Portion. Bell pepper. And you see I cut them pretty fine because it's for a salad. And onion. Alright. I'm going to let that cook down. Let me rinse my hands off. And we're going to tend to these ribs. They looking nice and golden brown. Let's give this a quick little stir. Now, I do understand that the handles should be on the inside of the stove, but because my stove is a little crowded, I'm just going to hold it so it doesn't spin. Now, you can use red peppers. Alright, check these ribs out. It's been about 8 minutes maybe. Again, we're going to treat these just like pork chops. We're going to get these smaller ones out first. Look at that. Beautiful. Golden brown. Alright, you see how the rib is not touching the napkin, and that's the goal. Oh, that is so pretty. Almost look like me. Alright, our vegetables here. We got some good sizzle. Ooh. Be careful, be careful. A grease accident is not a good accident. Definitely don't want to experience any accidents in the kitchen. Okay, let's stir this up really quick. This is celery, bell pepper, and onions with a little bit of olive oil. I am going to hit it with just a touch of salt just to season my veggies really quick. But I still am going to season with salt and pepper my potato salad. But until, alright, that eye is too small and it's taking too long. There's no reason why these potatoes shouldn't be done. Sorry about that. We were having a little bit of camera situations, but I did put in my second batch of ribs. And that's going very well. This is what our first batch looks like. Let me push this over just a little bit. Okay. Wanting to check my potato. They're still not ready yet. They're still kind of firm. Okay, but while we're waiting for that, I want to, I guess I'm stuck. There's nothing else I can do right now. But while we're waiting, I'm going to wash up these few dishes that I've made. Clean as you go. You'll enjoy your food better. Don't go far with me. Okay, so now we're cooking. We got a nice boil on the potatoes. Our ribs are nice and brown. Come take a look, take a look. And these are about, let me get these potatoes off out of this water, and then we'll take them out. All right, so we're gonna cut this off. And we're gonna strain this really quick. Okay, we got the potatoes straining. I'm not gonna shock it with any cold water or anything. I'm just gonna get these out of this grease. Let's take the smaller ones out first. Look at these ribs, y'all. Oh, yes, that eye is on. Well, it's not on, it's hot. Let me see if I can lift this. This would be better. Do not do what I just did. We don't want no problems in the kitchen. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere we got some space. And we're gonna get it going now with the rest of our meal. Let's move this, because these are pretty cool now. Move them over. Look at that. How pretty is that? Y'all know. Food. Food is right up my alley. Okay. Oh, I got a couple pieces left. So let's add those back, or add those in. Let me clean up my area, and we're going to start on the potato salad. So you can go ahead and get it in the refrigerator so it can be kind of chilled when it's ready to serve. So don't go far, we'll be back. Okay, we're back. Now, I peeled these eggs off camera because I knew it was going to be a struggle. Y'all don't pick at my eggs. But if you have a hack on the best way to peel boiled eggs, please let me know, because this is unacceptable. I probably got 2 out of 6. Maybe 3. Well, anyway. All right. So we are making potato salad, not mashed potatoes. So when you boil your potatoes, they should still be whole. They should be whole, but cooked. Now, I have my cooked veggies. I'm going to add that into my, not into my salad because it ain't salad yet, but into my, onto my potatoes. Yeah, we're just going to use it all. Why not? Geez, I used the wrong one. I need that for my mail. Hold on, let me rinse this really quick. Okay. Very simple. Now, I do have a question for y'all. Do y'all eat sweet potato salad? Or, well, when I say sweet, do y'all add sugar to y'all potato salad or not? That's like, do you put sugar on your grits or not? Answer that in the comments below. We're going to have to talk about that, because I typically do not put sugar in my potato salad because I don't care for, there's nothing in here, for sweet potato salad. But, all right, so I'm going to add, I do apologize that I do not have exact measurements for y'all, but just please eyeball it as much as possible, depending on how thick or wet or, you know, it is that you like your potato salad. So that's mayonnaise. I'm going to add some mustard. Make sure you shake that up. As little or as much as you like. Let me rinse my hands off. Give me 1 second. Okay, some salt and black pepper. Very simple, but you will be surprised as to the flavor that these cooked vegetables are going to bring to this salad. Now you're going to just judge it and see if you need any more or any less mayo as you get this stirring. Okay, see, we're maintaining the shape of our potatoes as we mix. Because like I said, we're making potato salad, not mashed potatoes. All right. Very simple. Very, very, very simple. All right, I got my eggs here. Now, this is something that I like to do. You don't have to do it. To me, it just looks prettier and everything just mixes a lot better, in my opinion. I slice my eggs in half and I crumble my yolks into the salad. To me, it just looks prettier. Everything looks more uniform. So when you cut up your whites, it's not, I don't know. I just like it. All right, so you're gonna do that with your 6 eggs. Remember, as much or as little as you like. And another trick. Okay, so I got my crumbled yolks in there. I'm gonna add the rest of my egg white. Making a mess, y'all. Okay, again, you add as much or as little of what it is that you see me use, if you want to use my recipe to potato salad. As much or as little of it that you like. Okay, now you see how the yolks are separated and they're not all binded up with the egg whites. And to me, it just looked better. All right, so at this point, we're gonna taste. Simple, slam bam. If you want to add your paprika for looks, because paprika don't taste like nothing in potato salad. It's just for looks. If you want to add anything else at this point, this is where you would add your whatever it is that you're gonna add. So let's taste this. That's good. Perfect. Don't need nothing else. Okay, so y'all, spatula. When I tell y'all that those cooked vegetables, they're not fully cooked, so they still have some crunch to it, take this on a whole nother level. All right, so we want this to cool off so that when it's time to eat, it'll be nice and cool. I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and we're gonna make some baked beans. Don't go far. All right, so we're getting ready to make some baked beans. First off, you're gonna need some bacon, whether you use pork belly bacon, whatever it is that you wanna use, it's fine, you can use it. We're gonna render some of the fat off of this before we add our bell pepper and onion. Just let this cook up some. All right, while we let that go, I am going to open my can of baked beans. Make sure y'all wash your tops because they are dirty. Wash your tops, please. All right, got that open. Get rid of that. All right, we got a little bit of happiness going on here. This bacon looked like it was pretty lean. I would have rather used pork belly, but it's fine. No big deal. This is going to be our base. Well, not really our base. This is the beginning of our base. So once this starts to get a little crispy, then we'll go ahead and add our vegetables in. All right, let's put this in the trash. All right, so we are going to use sweet honey barbecue sauce. You can use whatever it is that you like. I had never seen this one before, and I was quite interested in seeing how this one would taste in my recipe. So that's why I got that. Like I said, we are going to use dark brown sugar. We are going to use a little bit of mustard and salt and pepper to taste. Very simple. Okay. Turn that up just a little bit. We don't have that much grease, but that's fine. All right, we're going to just go ahead and throw in our onion and bell pepper now. About a half of an onion and half of a bell pepper. Use as much or as little as you like. Y'all already know my story. Okay, so we're going to cook this down really quick. Once we get this cooked down, then we are going to add, I'm making a mess, our barbecue sauce and brown sugar with our mustard for our base to this. I don't even know whether to call it better than your mama's baked beans, but this is going to be quite impressive. If you've never added onions and bell peppers to your baked beans, try it. As a matter of fact, when I went shopping for these baked beans, Bush ironically sells, instead of country style or maple bacon or whatever it is, it's onion. So I'm not losing it here by adding onions to my baked beans. Okay, I would like them to get a little more translucent before I start adding my wet ingredients in here. This part is very simple. We're going to breeze to this fairly quickly. But fast food ain't good, and good food ain't what? Fast. Patience in the kitchen is key. So let this go, and I don't want to hold y'all up any longer. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and finish it off, so don't go far. Okay, so now these vegetables, we want them to be cooked down because this is not a salad. This is actually baked beans. All right, so we're going to season this with some salt and pepper. Give it a little stir. All right. Let's turn the fire down just a little bit, and I am going to add my brown sugar. Now, this is a soup spoon, so we're going to do a heaping soup spoon. 1 and 2. Cook that up. Once you get the sugar melted, which is not going to be long, and it looks like this. See that? Very quickly. Take it off the fire as I did, because the sugar will burn, and you do not want to burn the sugar. just keep stirring it up. Just make sure it's all dissolved. You can pretty much feel it, whether it's grainy or not. If you don't feel that little grain or grit anymore, then you know it's pretty melted in there. All right, so turn our heat down. Then we are going to add our barbecue sauce. Again, we're still preparing the base for the baked beans. So we're not adding the baked beans in until our base is done. That was about 2 nice squeezes. A little bit more of barbecue sauce. Alright. Alright, we're coming along here now. Alright, so we have brown sugar, barbecue sauce, a little bit of salt and pepper, onions, bell peppers, and bacon. If you don't have bacon, you can use pork belly, which would have been my preference because it would have rendered a lot more fat, but it's okay. It's all right. So we're going to add our mustard, 2 squirts. Two squirts of mustard. All right, so now we have our base for our baked beans. Baked beans are already cooked, so you're just warming it up. So this is why I did this step first before I added that, because I wanted to make sure that everything was simmered and cooked down nicely before I added that. Because, like I said, baked beans, you just pretty much warming it up. And straight out of the can, it's going to need some love. So this is the love. And we are going to add our baked beans to all this goodness. Now, yo, can you pour that in there without making a mess? Yes. All right. So we adding our baked beans in. Get it all out. And we're going to give this a nice stir. Well, y'all should smell this. Okay, so you don't want to get too far ahead before you taste. This is why I say taste. At this point, this is taste worthy to make sure that your salt is good, your pepper is good. If you want to add more sugar, this is the time to do it before we get too far along. All right, let me get my spoon. And let's, oh, sure it fell. Not interested in tasting the baked beans. What I want to taste is the base. Y'all, it's not, and I keep saying this every time I make a video for y'all. It's not because I did it, but that is good. Optional. You can add garlic to it, but we ain't gonna add garlic to this one. You could have if you wanted to, which is fine. All right, so we're gonna let this simmer, and when we get back, it's gonna be time to eat. So we have baked beans, we have fried ribs, and we have potato salad. So let me clean up. We'll be back. Okay, y'all take a look at this. We have our fried ribs, our potato salad, and our baked beans are still too hot. But look at that. All right, I'm gonna serve myself up just a little bit. I'm ready to taste this. Well, I've already tasted, but I'm ready to eat. All right, we're gonna have a little bit of potato salad. And a rib. Look at that. Let's go for this potato salad first. Why am I blowing the potato salad? Y'all, do not forget to cook down your vegetables just a little bit before you make your potato salad. Game changer. They hot, but they good. Very, very good. Perfect amount of sweetness. I should have added something for some heat, but that's okay. Very good. And the rib. This is a double bone. It's okay. Let's break that off and take a bite. Ready? That is so good. Another thing, if you wanted to make sticky fried ribs, all you had to do was get your favorite barbecue sauce. If you like your homemade barbecue sauce, whatever, lather that with the barbecue sauce and just put it in the oven until it dries up just a bit. But just as good. Another bite. Yo, gang. This is, well, I want you to try all my dishes, but most definitely the potato salad is off the chain. Baked beans are fantastic, and the ribs came out excellent. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I love to do this. Leave me some more ideas. I am willing and I am able to cook whatever it is that you want me to cook. I'm excited, but bon appetit. Yo, gang, I love y'all for life. Somebody left that in the comment. Instead of pieces, for life. I love y'all for life. I'm sorry this is where I have to let you go, but we're going to handle this plate right here. Peace.